Chat. Did you really think I'd let us go that soon? Did you really think I wasn't gonna finish off with Scott? I already told you. It's Friday. We ball, chat. There's no way I'm letting this one go. Revin, I make the fucking rules. It's Friday. I go over. After that last one, I definitely want to watch a fun Scott video to finish things off. Okay? I definitely need that. And what could be more fun than watching Scott shoot a punch game? What could be more fun than this? No Scary Guy. We'll probably do the new Fat Electrician one on Sunday. I do not stream tomorrow. Saturday is my day off. So chat, let us finish this off with a kaboom. Let's fucking go. Wait.
Oh, come on. I can do
Wait.
that.
Scott.
Absolutely pathetic. I bet you couldn't do much better. I've been doing karate since I was 2 weeks old. I will destroy your score. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, let's see it then. All right.
I'm not doing Cyberpunk right now. I'm doing some Cyberpunk stuff on my own to basically get through side quests, and then I might start going through endings after I finish like all the side quests. So I'm not gonna be doing Cyberpunk every Sunday anymore.
Watch and learn.
Oh boy. Oh fuck, he's doing a Goku.
All right, man. I'll see you later. I'm off to karate. I'm gonna pick up some Pokemon cards.
Minus points for not having Scooter doing that, and then cut to a frame that says 2 weeks later. Back to Scooter going, hello! Minus points.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And
You're
this is a
damn!
punching machine. And anytime I see one of these things, I cannot help but punch it. But the last time I hit one of these, it really got me thinking, how hard does a bullet punch? In the movies, people get hit and they go flying through 3 layers of drywall. Is that true? How much punch does a bullet actually have? Well, today,
Good question.
We're gonna find out. So obviously the punching bag that comes on this machine is not suitable for catching bullets. This is full of air and a round would zip right through it. So we had to make some modifications. Now we are equipped with an angle iron frame that holds 2 layers of level 3A Premier Body Armor soft armor. The only problem with this frame and this body armor is it's quite a bit heavier than the original punching bag. So we had to create a counterweight system inside this machine so that the resistance is as close as it was to the original. So I'm going to take some extra precautions just in case so we don't damage the machine in between shots. So this is 6 foot by 3 foot, and it's 1/8 of an inch thick of mild steel. This is gonna cover up the computer and brains of this machine. That way, if we shoot this body armor and it does not catch it, it's going to hit this steel and we can continue on with the video.
Right.
Now, you can't see the numbers, but I have taped a GoPro to the back of this steel, so you will still be able to see what kind of numbers we're producing when we shoot this body armor punching bag machine. So I don't expect this first round to do much, but for the sake of science, we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to start out with 22 long rifle.
Yeah, science, bitch. It had to be done.
This is a Smith & Wesson Victory, and I'm loaded up with a 40 grain 22 long rifle. Okay, I'm very excited. Here we go. Nothing.
Didn't even move. Barely rippled.
So we hit right here. The body armor.
I think I'm gonna have to move.
But did not have much energy to push this thing, and we have no numbers on the board. I'm not really surprised. Also, I just realized that this is backwards. This is actually supposed to be the other way, so I'm gonna flip this frame real quick. So up next, we're gonna step it up to the most common pistol caliber in the United States, and that is 9mm. I have
this ain't gonna do anything either.
COA, and I'll be loaded up with some 9mm, 124 grain Hydra shot.
This, I don't anticipate this doing much either. The 9mm is a fast round, but it's designed for penetration, not for stopping power. So this, I don't think is gonna. If this registers even a little bit, I'm gonna be kind of surprised.
Let's see if this moves it. I'm very curious. Here we go. It moved it, but not
no
very
register.
much.
Yeah. Not surprising. Not surprising.
We have a good hit. Oh, the round is right there. It is stuck in it.
Oh,
and
nice.
as you can see, it just barely moved this thing, which is rather interesting. And we have a big old 0 on the scoreboard. All right, so up next, we're going to step it up to 45 ACP. This is a SIG 1911, and I'm going to be loaded up with some 45 ACP, 230 grain jacketed hollow points, and these are plus P.
I still don't think this is going to see much movement. If it registers in single digits, baby, this might register to single digits, but it's still, I don't think it's going to move it all that much.
Here we go. 45 ACP. Oh, we got it to move. Wow.
Single digit. Yep. Single digit. That's about what I thought.
Starting to feel pretty good about this video right now. This is actually catching the bullets, and as you can see, that mushroomed all out on this thing. And we have a score of 1. I'm actually going to go ahead and just kind of pull.
Hunter, I do think some of the higher calibers will, especially the shotgun. The shotgun in particular will register. Now, how powerful is it going to register? That's debatable. We'll see as he goes up in caliber size. Because the shotgun is designed with stopping power in mind. That's the one thing that I can think of.
Since arcade punching machines rely on speed and power triggered by the sensor inside its mechanics, I would hypothesize that numbers would be ideal for high caliber / big bore rifles.
Yes, TX, that's exactly my point. It's the higher calibers, you're going to have more energy transfer, and then we're going to see some more movement. But again, like pistol calibers, pistol calibers are designed for penetration. Same thing with like the hunting rifles. They are designed for penetration, not so much for like energy transfer stopping power. So I think even like the rifles are going to struggle.
Pull these out of here. That way I don't shoot them with other rounds.
Well, he's using soft body armor because with the range he's got to shoot them from, if he uses like hard plate armor, number one, he won't be able to use this effectively because you see he's got to use it over and over and over again. If you use hard plate armor, depending on how many different guns he's going to be using, the hard plate armor could essentially disintegrate and stop being effective, whereas the soft body armor has much more longevity to it. And not so much a ricochet, Wolfie. We're not talking about steel. We're not talking about like a steel A steel target, we're talking about like like an actual trauma plate. No, and the steel plate, you risk a ricochet. So, but with the what is it? The level 3 plates. Yeah, the ceramic trauma plates. You have a limited number of times that you'd be able to hit it. Trauma plate, it might be too heavy. That is entirely possible, War God. That is certainly a possibility. The big concern, and that may very well be why he didn't do it. My big concern with a ceramic plate is depending on how many different guns he's shooting at it, it's only going to be functional for a limited amount of those shots before it becomes unusable. Does he? Okay, he brings up later. Perfect. All right, we'll let him give the explanation then.
9mm did nothing. 45 ACP had a score of 1, but it did lift our body armor punching bag. So next, we're going to try 357 Magnum and see how that does.
Oh, this should do okay.
686 with a 6.5-inch barrel.
Oh, and starting to rain.
With some 125 grain 357 Magnum. Okay.
This should do good. I don't think it'll break 10 though. Only 1.
Not much different than the 45.
Yeah. God, if he hits it with the 500, that might do something.
We caught that. No problem. Where did we hit? I think we hit in about the same spot as the 45. I can feel the bullet right there. And again, we have a score of 1. So the next
it was less than I thought it would be.
10mm. This is a Nighthawk custom 10mm, and I'm going to be loaded up with some Underwood
okay,
ammo.
Ray, have a good night.
Grain, 10mm jacketed hollow points. Okay, here we go. Dang,
1.
That moved it quite a bit.
Yeah, pistol calibers, you're not going to get much. The smaller range pistol calibers, you're not going to get much. I think when he starts getting up to like the 454 and 500s, those might do something.
I think it's going to take something pretty big to actually give us some numbers on this machine. So I'm very excited to try out our next caliber, which is 44 Magnum. This is a Taurus Raging Hunter.
Oh, I don't think the 44 is going to do much.
With an 8-inch barrel, and I'll be using some 300 grain jacketed hollow points. Okay.
I don't think the 44 is going to do that much.
Here we go. It actually knocked it all the way up there that time.
Still only registered as 1 though.
I cannot believe that worked, but I bet we still don't have a score. Now we have a score of 1. But it still was delivering enough punch to actually lift that all the way up.
Which is impressive.
Which is pretty awesome.
That's the one thing to consider with these tests. Like, yeah, he's kind of doing a little bit of a scientific method, but this is not exactly a scientific tool to gauge energy transfer in newtons. So it's, I mean, the fact that the 44 actually hit it with enough force to rotate it up in, I don't know how much work the counterweight on this mechanism was putting in. So, you think a bolt came out? Let's say, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
All the way up there that time.
Yep. That was the bolt. It flew off right there from the frame.
I cannot believe that worked, but I bet we still don't have a score. Now we have a score of 1. But it still was delivering enough punch to actually lift that all the way up, which is pretty awesome. Okay. I think we hit somewhere in here. No, we hit right there. That hole right there. The body armor is still holding up good. Our frame, looks like we may have broken a bolt.
Yep.
I hope this
Good
can
night,
hold
Rain
up
Salon.
for the rest of this video. So I think what we are learning so
Wayne
far
Town,
from this
sorry,
video is
I
that
mispronounced.
handguns do not have the knockdown power that they have in movies. But before we move on from handguns, we're going to shoot it with the biggest production handgun in the world, the 500 Magnum.
There we go. This
is a
one I'm
Smith &
curious about.
Wesson 500 Magnum with an
This
8
one I'm
3/8
curious
inch
about.
barrel, and I'll be using some 350 grain hollow points. I hope this frame holds up to this because I have several other guns I want to use. Okay, let's see if we can actually get a score. Here we go. Oh!
There we go. Another bolt. Lost, Jesus, multiple bolts. Oh, fuck. He
Did
lost
we
multiple
get a
bolts on that
number?
one.
We did! 27. We actually got a reading. I am so pumped right now.
And that's the one I was waiting for. I was waiting for the 500. I knew if any of the handguns were going to register something, it was going to be that 500, and I was not disappointed. Plus, it trashed the fucking frame.
Because I thought that we would not get a reading from anything, but when it comes to
He
handguns,
has
at
in the
least,
past,
the
Kaibo,
500
in the past
Magnum
couple that we've
seems
seen.
to be putting out the most power. So let's check out our frame. We were missing a bolt here, but we repaired it. Now we are missing a bolt here. So this thing is really starting to take a beating. I hope that it holds up.
That's
for
what
the
I'm
rest of the
wondering.
video,
What a
'cause I have
shotgun slug
few
will
more
do.
guns I want to hit it with. Are you enjoying this video? Well, if you are, you better hit that subscribe button or I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna use you as a punching machine. So we were finally able to get a reading when we used the 500 Magnum. So now we're gonna see what happens when we step it up to a 12 gauge shotgun.
Here we
This
go.
is a Remington 887 and I'll be loaded up with a 2 3/4 inch 1 ounce slug.
Okay. This is what I was waiting for. This, I think, is going to do some work. This is the one. Now, after seeing the 500 Magnum, though, I do think it's going to do about the same level of force as the 500 Magnum. Maybe slightly higher. It might get it up to 30 or 35. Yeah, Locke, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 30. I'm thinking maybe 35.
Here we go. Oh, oh, oh.
39. So, Locke, you were pretty close. You were pretty close.
What number did we get? 39. Oh, man. I can't believe our frame is still
You were
holding
close too.
up. Jeez, it is sucking this frame in. This angle iron is just getting bent. I can't believe that the Kevlar isn't pulling away from these bolts and ripping. But the Kevlar is holding up better than the metal, I think. We have had to replace quite a bit of screws in between filming. Cool. But it's still holding up. Still looking good.
Doing good.
So the 12 gauge slug is our winner at this point, but now we're going to step it up to some rifles. But because we are using soft armor, I don't want to use anything moving too fast because it will cut through it like butter. So the rifle we're going to use up next is a 45-70, and I'll be using a 45-70 405 grain jacketed soft point.
Honestly, I don't see this doing much more than the 44 Magnum with this rifle round. In terms of force, I feel like it's going to do about the same as the 44 as the 500, and we're going to see what would it do? 27. I'd say this one is. I don't think it'll be under 20 kernel. I have a suspicion it'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 20, 25.
Here we go. Hope that little frame holds up. Oh.
Oh, it broke it. I think it broke it.
I think we may have broken a bolt or two. I gave a score of 1. So it did not carry it
Something's
up
wrong.
there very well. We broke this middle bolt.
What? Hold up. I want to see the speed at which that went up again.
What's up? Oh!
That. Hold up. I need a comparison here. Hang on. Hold up.
Oh! Hope that little frame holds up.
I don't know. I have a suspicion that, yeah, I think something broke in the machine. It's not registering properly. That definitely hit with more than one. So I think he might have broke something.
I gave a score of 1. So it did not carry it up there very well. We broke this middle bolt and one right here. So we do need to probably repair this thing real quick. So up next, I was going to use 458 SOCOM, but our frame is really starting to take a beating and I want to have enough left for our grand finale. So we're going to skip that and go ahead and step it up to our last gun, which is going to be 4-bore. This is my Christian Firearms falling block single shot 4-bore. It has a 1-inch diameter barrel. It weighs over 20 pounds and produces over 200.
I mean, Spike, I appreciate the fact that the Marlin has the round that the Marlin fires is slower. It should have hit harder than a 1. That's all I'm saying. I wasn't expecting to hit really hard, but it should have hit harder than a 1. This is gonna this thing. The 4-bore is going to the frame is going to come apart. I think this is gonna rip the frame right off of the machine.
Pounds of felt recoil, and it shoots this giant round that is 1 inch in diameter, and this weighs 2,150 grains and produces over 10,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. So I'm very curious to see if the frame will even hold up, and if it does, what is our score going to be?
I think it's going to hit so hard it won't even register. It's going to tear the frame right off.
Oh, we only got one shot at this. Here we go.
Oh no, there it is. It's in the bottom right corner. Okay.
Oh! Oh! Well, I don't know what got hit harder, the punching machine or my shoulder.
Wow. Holy shit.
Woo! Like a tuning fork. Well, let's check out our numbers, shall we? 521. So we actually got a pretty good reading out of 4-bore. So I would say that when it comes to knockdown power, it's definitely not like it is in the movies. But if you were going to get close to it, you're going to need something like the 4-bore. Now, as for our machine, let's see if it still works. Oh, okay. Well, this part's still all right. The frame is not okay.
The frame is done.
We just completely blew the back out. And down here on the ground is all of our...
He said the thing. He said the thing.
Blew the back out.
We love blowing the back out, don't we, chat?
And down here on the ground is all of our armor. The question is, where's the round? Oh, there it is. It's right here on the ground, and I bet you, yeah, that is stinking hot. Man, I wish I had some pliers. Oh, how about that? There we go.
Dad to the rescue.
Big old hunk of lead. Let's move this. Okay. Now, let's see if this machine still works. Oh.
How are you going to test this?
hey, it still works. Well, you know what that means? That means maybe we can have a part 2 to this video. I say next time we equip this thing with a plate holder that will hold ceramic plates, and that way we can hit it with something that's moving faster, like 223, 308, things of that nature. The soft armor was definitely not going to hold up to those speeds, but we were able to get some pretty good numbers today.
Okay, so that's why. Granted, we don't know what other firearms he was going to be using. He had to jump ahead to the foreboard, but he wasn't going to be using the rounds with a more pointed core. So okay, that would be really it. Although with the 223, 556, 762, I still don't think those would yeah, he did say the 450 SOCOM was on the list. Yeah, like the FMJ rounds would tear right through it. Honestly, though, I think if he does do a part 2, I would love to see it. My suspicion is that a lot of the lower caliber FMJs, like the 556 and 762, probably wouldn't facilitate a whole lot of energy transfer. And I don't think that they would register very high on this. I think the ones that would register high would be rounds like the 50 cal or the 20. I mean, I would love to see him hit this thing with a lot. Those are the ones I think that are going to actually register some serious numbers on this. The lower caliber personnel rifle ones, I just don't think they're going to have enough energy in them to really do much.
And we proved our concept. It actually works. And 4-bore at the moment is the champion. You know, other than these hands. All right. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Would you like to see a part 2? And what guns would you like to see used in a part 2? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, be sure and give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
Hell, Laptures, chat, Laptures. That was great. That was pretty awesome and very interesting. I like that. That was actually really cool to see.